Alright, today we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Toys Back to the Future Ultimate Doc Brown. This is the latest release in the 35th anniversary commemorative, anniversary series of Back to the Future figures from NECA Toys, and by God, this one is simply amazing. Opening it up, we got our little Velcro gatefold, got our nice little glam shot, shocked Doc Brown sitting there with the clock tower in the background, and then of course we have the open window box display. On the side, we've got the same style packaging as previous releases, so if you're in the box collector, this will line up perfectly with all your other ones from these NECA Toys Back to the Future releases. In the back, we've got a couple more glam shots and then a brief little bio. It says Marty McFly and Doc Brown experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off time-shattering chain reaction that disrupts the time-space continuum. So, enough talking about it. Let's go ahead and get them out of the box. Alright, originally slated to come out at the end of 2020. This got delayed a little bit because NECA said they wanted to really fine-tune it and make sure everything was done right, and my God, they really did, because this is an uncanny resemblance to Christopher Lloyd. Whoever did the face sculpt on this figure absolutely knocked it out of the park, because it is an amazing uncanny resemblance through and through. Now, if you want to get nitpicky and technically talking, these heads don't match actually the clothes as far as accurate to what is happening in the time frames of the film, but I don't care. I mean, this is an amazing looking figure from head down to the toes. I mean, they did all sorts of great little details. He's got his leather driving gloves. Jacket's nice and pliable. You can move it around a little bit. You could technically take it off if you wanted to, but then you would be left with, Doc Brown with jacket arms as opposed to what is underneath. The pattern on the shirt looks phenomenal. Did a great job with the black on the collar. Really, really looks nice. No out of the line work paint on this one anyways. The pants themselves, great texturing on that. I really love that we've even got, the torn cuff on the bottom of his left leg. Get a nice look at his fancy herringbone pattern socks. Shoes look great. Of course, we have your standard peg holes at the bottom of the figure. As far as articulation, his head is on a ball joint. He can look that far upwards, that far down, that far left, that far right, and complete exorcist if you want to go that route. Arms upwards, it's about as high as you're going to get. You're going to get 360-degree rotation. You're going to have double hinge at the elbow, which is nice, and then you've got a hinge and a swivel on the hand, and you also have the swivel down here at the arm. You do have a torso twist here, so you can spin the legs all the way around, get him hunched over that much, get him flared back that much. Legs are on a ball joint as well. Legs are going to kick that far forward and that far backwards, which is pretty spry for an older gentleman such as Doc. And then of course you've got a single bend at the knee. You're also going to have the ability to swivel, and then you've got hinge and swivel down here at the ankle as well. So great posability for Doc. Let's check out his accessories. And like clockwork, see what I did there? NECA always does an amazing job with their accessories they include. We've got some nice large blueprints of Doc Brown's house. Very interesting and cool to see that as an added detail. We've got the rough sketch of the flux capacitor from Doc Brown scribbled on, a crumpled up piece of paper. Then we also have the handwritten letter that says, do not open until 1985. In the envelope, it is not an actual envelope, it's just a piece of paper printed to look like an envelope on both sides, but very cool nonetheless. We also have this large size pipe wrench, nice little accessory. It's always nice when they include silly little trivial things from the movie, but I greatly appreciate this. Paint work on this is really nice. Got a nice metallic finish to it as far as the head of the wrench, so very cool to see that. And then we also have some ungloved hands, both of them having watches on them. You got a silver wristwatch here on the left hand. On the right hand, we've got a leather strap watch with it upside down, so that way Doc can keep track of time. And then finally, the piece de resistance, in my opinion, is this secondary face sculpt of Doc with his, shocked expression. This one in particular is just my absolute favorite. And it does come with a nice little added accessory of goggles. Be fair warned though, if you're going to put these goggles on this figure, this head anyway, don't try to slide it on over the top. This is a very thin strap here. You'll likely break it if you try to do that. You'll actually want to go underneath, under his neck and head, and then be able to stretch it over there, and then you can pull it over his ears and you'll be good to go. Bringing out the tape measure, Doc is a little over 7 inches tall. And then comparing him to everybody else, we've got the Marty and Biff figures. So you can see that Biff's a little bit taller than Doc, and of course Doc's taller than Marty. So he scales very well in my opinion with the rest of the NECA Toys Back to the Future figure releases. So great thing about this is it is not a store exclusive. It is still readily available online. I'll put product links down in the video description box below if you want to pick up this action figure. $29.99 is the retail asking price. Again, available at different retailers throughout the country. And it's a great figure in my opinion. You definitely, if you're a Back to the Future fan, want to check it out. You definitely want to add it to your collection. It goes really well with the rest of these NECA Toys releases. And that does it all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.